Hey everyone, um, welcome to Jerome Real Estate, your local realtor here in the Fountain, Colorado Springs area. Today I wanted to talk about this particular article or this program. I'm assuming, if you're into real estate even just a little bit, or you've been searching online, you probably ran across one article like this. There have been several so far. This one states, Bank of America targets minority home ownership with mortgage program. So I wanted to do just a quick little dive into the article, just in case you haven't read about it. Maybe all you've done is you've looked at the headline and then that was it. This hopefully will get you a little bit of a deeper view, right? So I'll just go ahead and start it off. So, this basically says that Bank of America has launched a mortgage program aimed at first-time home buyers, and that's important, right? First-time home buyers in Black and Latino neighborhoods. Okay, so I'm harping on that first-time home buyer because that's truly significant for this, even though it's centered on minority neighborhoods. You really got to be a first time home buyer. And then, as we move on, you'll see that right now it's kind of just in its test phase. All right. So, Bank of America's new community affordable loan solution, I guess that's what they're calling it, requires no down payment, no closing costs, and no minimum credit score, and importantly, no mortgage insurance, right? So, those four things, you can go ahead and put awesome check marks by that, right? They reiterate again that it's got to be first time buyers in African American or Black and Hispanic Latino neighborhoods. And these are the not neighborhoods, but these are the cities that they'll be choosing the neighborhoods in, right? So it's Charlotte, Dallas, Detroit, Los Angeles, and Miami. So right now, this is definitely not nationwide. I did see on another article. This article, by the way, is from Bankrate, just in case you didn't catch that. But I did see in another article somewhere that, it is just a pilot phase. And then hopefully once that gets going, who knows how long, could be a few years, they'll start pushing this type of opportunity out for multiple more cities around the nation. Okay. And here they're telling you that, the bank will determine eligibility for the program by the borrower's location and income, not by their race. I want to say that again, right? It's by location and income, not by the race. So that is something you really have to understand. Okay. You get a lot of people out there who haven't really read these articles, haven't really looked into the program at all, and they think that there's something else going on here. Yes, while the underlying factors and reasoning behind doing this is to help out with what's gone on in the past and to sort of correct some of the horrible lending practices that have gone on before, centered around race relations. This is not specifically just taking race on your application and then giving you a loan or not giving you a loan. They're centering it around location. So let's go on and look a little bit more here. So right here again, they're emphasizing the fact that the borrowers aren't subject to mortgage insurance premiums, which is a big deal, right? If you know anything about FHA loans, you know that they do carry mortgage insurance premiums, which sometimes people say that that's kind of weird because if you're getting an FHA loan, you're usually on the lower end of the financial spectrum. So how are you going to afford that mortgage insurance premium? Which, that's debatable, right? But that's one of the things that clearly here they're trying to help people get in without that mortgage insurance premium. And then they get into some of the real reasons why they're structuring it this way, right? While nearly 3/4 of white Americans owned their homes as of the second quarter of 2022, less than half of Black and Hispanic Americans were homeowners. You know, many reasons along with that, or many reasons why for that. And here I've highlighted one, in my opinion, one of the most important ones is, you know, the real estate industry's history of discriminatory lending practices, right? They, you know, right before that, they had listed some other reasons, you know, lower incomes, less household wealth among Black and Hispanic Americans. But in my opinion, I'm highlighting this one, the history of discriminatory lending practices, because in my opinion, that sort of helped to cause the other two reasons that they're listing here. Many other things go into this, but, you know, and then for the rest of this particular article, they kind of go through, hey, these are some of the reasons why you've got to still be cautious when looking into a loan like this. You still have to look into what you can afford. And then they give some tips as far as, you know, making sure you're ready for a home loan, building up your savings, looking into specific state grants, considering house hacking. That is actually something that I've covered on this YouTube channel before, where I talk about, you know, getting a duplex or a triplex. It could even be a quadplex, could even be a quad, and live in one unit and then rent out the extras, right? That way, more than likely, you'll end up having your mortgage paid for by the tenants that are surrounding you. One important thing that I do want to say is that since it's actually location based, don't forget that if you're moving to one of these areas that I just talked about and you plan on buying a home, that means you may be eligible for this, right? If you're a first-time home buyer, I'm sure there may be some other stipulations, but if you're moving into one of these neighborhoods, one of these areas, you should probably check to see if you're eligible for this. You know, reach out to, looks like it's Bank of America, you know, talk to them about the Community Affordable Loan Solution. All right. But I definitely did want to get a little bit deeper into this. Now, we don't know, at least I don't know that much about it yet. I actually have not seen anything but articles talking about this. I have not seen it in action. I haven't seen like a report saying that the first one has been enacted and, you know, they're good to go and how it actually went. So for now, it's just, you know, Charlotte, Dallas, Detroit, Los Angeles, and Miami. If you're living anywhere else, forget about it. It's not in your area yet. Hopefully they'll find a way to expand this if they deem it, you know, deem that it works and it's reliable and it doesn't actually put people in a worse off position than they already are. So hopefully they move speedily on this. But thanks for stopping by. If you do like this sort of content, or if you have any comment on this particular article and you have some questions that I might be able to dig into and try to find out for you, then, you know, reach out to me. All right. Thanks for stopping by. And as always, hit the subscribe button and don't miss anything that I put out weekly.